Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Women of Wealth Show on Intellectual Radio. We got cocktails and conversation. You know, I got to introduce them, and you know how they going to act. So I'm just going to look on over on that side. Can you introduce yourself, Shawty?
She's talking to me.
Yeah, she must be talking to you, man.
Okay, cuz, hey, y'all know who it is. Heidi's Fly Trees. It's T, y'all.
What's going on? It's your boy Dion checking in. Welcome to the show, family, and I hope y'all sit back and enjoy the ride.
Woo, because we're going to be on a roller coaster today.
708-223-8953. So, also, I'm just going to kind of just throw a shot out. Hold on a second. Y'all ready? Let's enjoy cocktails and conversation. Cheers.
Cheers. I have my Heidi's Fly Tree cups today, y'all.
All right. Right now, Hamer lost his dad. You know, the last time we talked about Hamer, he had lost his mom last year around this time, I believe, and now he lost his dad. So I just want to shout out to him. I know
prayers and condolences out to the Hamer family.
Yes,
prayers go out to you, Hamer.
I've been there, bro, so I know how it is, man. It's a hurting feeling. So you know what I'm saying. Again, my prayers are with you. All of our prayers are with you for sure.
Okay. For sure. All right. Well,
let's jump right in. Come on.
Also, before we jump right in, we have an event coming up Sunday, August 20th. T, you want to handle it?
Tell us the location.
You keep forgetting the address. 560 West Boughton in Bolingbrook, Lone Depot.
It's 560 West Boughton in Bolingbrook. It's called Home Depot.
Lone Depot.
Lone Depot.
Long. She got long. No, it ain't long.
Somebody had too many cocktails already.
Yeah, it ain't.
I started already, y'all. So excuse me. Lone Depot. You guys will see it when you're coming off the road. So get into them. Check us out. Also, you will see some posts and some flyers. We're doing sponsorships now, guys. So tune in for sure. Check out my Facebook page, T Willis, Dion Facebook page, Dion Washington, and Shawana Thomas Facebook page. You will see our sponsorship programs that we got going on. So become a sponsor.
Hey.
So we can sponsor and talk about your business on the show. So
absolutely.
Get in tune. Check us out.
What kind of event is it though? It's a book signing, my book, and what else is it? It's a market. What kind of event?
We're going to be networking. So it's a networking event, and we also going to be signing books because our co-host got a book out, y'all.
The Book of Ruth is out, y'all. The
yes,
Book of Ruth is out.
Yes,
y'all make sure y'all get a copy. I got mine, so.
We got ours. Do you have yours? Mm-hmm. So get your book. She have a link on her Facebook page, Shawana Thomas. Go on there, click the link, purchase your book, and get it signed when you show up.
So once again, that is Sunday, August 20th, 560 West Boughton Road in Bolingbrook, the Lone Depot. And what time is it, y'all? What time does it start?
It's for brunch hours. It's going to be 1 to 4.
1 to 4. Okay.
It's brunch hours. So we're going to have
12 T.
It's not. It's 1 to 4.
Guess it's
we're gonna have brunch hours. So we're gonna have small eats, and we're gonna have a bartender. So come on out and celebrate, and a DJ. So we're gonna party. It's a networking event, but we're gonna party because guess what? We need to celebrate each and every milestone that we achieve. So we want to celebrate you too. So that's why come on, join those sponsorships.
And I'll be hosting. Your boy will be the host of the program. So
he doesn't even know he has his own hosting company. So, all of us have our own businesses.
Y'all definitely come on out Sunday, August 20th. I know I'll be off work because that's the Morgan Park.
Of course it is.
I'll be there. So y'all make sure.
Okay, so you even get tired. All right. Okay, Morgan Park. Let's get started.
This Morgan Park battle.
I don't know.
She started that. I know battle with me. It is what it is.
Well, don't let him get because he's about to eat on us in a minute, so it don't even matter.
Okay.
Now I put it on the Facebook page. The thing is, a man, he's 36 years old. His wife passed away. He has 2 kids. Let's say they're 7 and 8. He went to get them ready for school and somehow found out with some type of blood work that the kids was not his. Now, I had put this on the page last week. These people were clowning. I had somebody say they're going to go bury her body up and leave the kids there. First of all, that wasn't funny. First of all, these kids already been traumatized with their mother dying. What should you do? I think they should stay with him And maybe later down the line, he should reveal that maybe these kids weren't his.
I mean, that's a tough decision. Because he probably don't even know who the daddies is. The mother is no longer here. So you're the only parent that they know. So at the end of the day, you have to continue to be a parent. I mean, it may be
somebody know. A woman gonna tell at least one person.
Some women don't. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you a story. When
is it about your cousin? Is it a cousin?
No, I'm gonna tell you a story. When Dion, what do you think?
Whoa, Dion, wait, whoa.
You want my opinion now?
Yes,
no,
go ahead.
Well, in all honesty, we had talked about it before, and I think as a man, you're supposed to step up and take care of those kids because you're all they know and they all you know. So I mean, it wouldn't be fair to sit up and be ultimately selfish like that. Oh, well, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go find out. They're 7 and 8 years old. So how are they even going to go about doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it'll be a bitter pill to swallow, but I mean, it's the right thing to do. And I mean, hey, look, you sucked up the loss of your wife. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to suck this up too.
Absolutely.
Can you forgive her?
What difference does it make?
She's no longer here.
You still want to forgive because the way you raise those kids is going to dictate if you do not forgive her.
Well, you have to forgive yourself.
Yeah, that's what you have to do.
It's nothing that she can do. You can say, "Oh, well, she lied to me."
And I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, T. As far as can you forgive her? To answer the question, yeah, I think you have to forgive her. You'll have to because just like you said, that helps raising those kids just that much easier because you've already forgiven what she's done. She's not there to be yelled at. She's not there to be, poked at or anything like that. So you're going to have to get over it. So you're going to have to forgive her. That doesn't mean that doesn't lessen the pain. That doesn't mean that doesn't lessen the confusion or anything like that. But at least, hey, look, man, these babies are 7 and 8 years old. And as far as I know, they are mine. As far as they know, they belong to me as well.
They're yours now because she left you with them because you married to her.
I mean, and that's the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? And so, it like I said, it's not an easy thing to do, but it's necessary.
Okay. If you were able to find out who the kid's biological father was, would you or you will let it go? And are you being unfair to that man? Are you being unfair to those kids? Not for them to actually know the truth.
What's unfair to the kids? How is it unfair to the kids that you're being a parent?
At the fact that
they all they know is you.
Okay.
What if their daddy was a crackhead? What if the daddy raped the mama? How? So let's think about that. She could have kept a secret because she was.
You don't want to know the truth, T. Let's just say he did something horrific. You wouldn't want to know the truth.
As a kid, I have a parent.
No, I say, at what age do you tell them the truth? Are you going to die with this secret? We already had one die with one secret. So, are you actually continuing this toxic behavior by not actually?
Is it toxic? So, okay, I'm going to tell my story. Recently, our family just found out that my auntie, which I thought was my grandmother's sister, turns out to be her daughter. My grandmother was raped. She took it to her grave. My auntie was feeling some type of way because of her siblings, who she thought was her siblings, treated her a little differently. And so they did a DNA, and she turns out to be my grandmother's daughter. Okay.
That's deep.
It's real deep. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just experiencing that for our family is like, yeah, we grew up knowing you as our auntie, as my grandmother's sister, but now I got to get to know you as my auntie, as my grandmother's daughter.
Great aunt.
So that means that's your cousin?
No, that's my grandmother's daughter, which is my auntie. So her kids are my first cousins. And so because of my family, how we have a close dynamic, so we're doing a cousins trip, right? And it's like to clear the air because now we have to welcome them as our first cousins. We didn't grow up thinking of them as our first cousins.
So still don't.
We're welcoming them. Yeah, they have to come into the fold because that side of my family, we're close.
No, so I mean you're close, but why do you have to change the dynamic? If you always looked at her like an aunt, then why she can't continue?
Because she was a great aunt. It's a difference. My auntie that I know all my life, we have a bond. That's my mother's sister. When my mom died, she stepped up and she was like my mom. My great aunt, that's my great aunt. That's my great aunt. So, hey, auntie. But it's a difference for our family. That's now my auntie.
Got it. Okay.
So sometimes we don't know the story, the background of it. Right?
Right.
And so it's like, don't judge that woman. Because she may not tell nobody. My grandma took that to her grave.
Okay. Well, I gotta drop the mic, but Earl will get me if I drop it. So I'm just gonna hit it. I'm gonna tap it. So okay. Dion, you wanna handle that one?
I mean, ain't a whole lot to handle. I mean, the truth is the truth, and then, I mean, you just put it out there.
Okay. Well, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. At the hospital, should the woman have to do a DNA test? Let's just say you in a room with me, and I say, well, this is the dad right here. Should the hospital do a DNA test on him right now and say, would you like me to do it on him and the baby right then and there? Should it be a law that a DNA test is done on the baby and on the dad?
Well, DNA tests are kind of expensive, so that would have to be incurred by the state. And I don't know if they want to take on that responsibility.
What? I mean,
I'm just saying. I mean, if it was me personally, I'd be like, yeah.
What would you do?
If it were up to me, I would say, yeah, but everybody's different. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
so
let's just act like it's free.
Me.
We're going to say it's free.
Then, yeah, why not? What would it hurt you?
Do you think Angie would be offended if that you sitting there with her, she got the baby in her hand and they come in there swabbing your mouth in your son's mouth? Would you have an issue with her saying like, what?
Well, the thing is this, man.
Okay, go ahead.
It depends on if y'all relationship was that funky, I guess, in a sense. You know what I'm saying? If she possibly stepped out on you, or there's somewhere you just, y'all have had this trust issue before, then, you know what I'm saying, again, if this is what's going to satisfy your mind or satisfy your heart, then get it done. You know what I'm saying? She might be offended, but I mean, again, if we broke up for 6 months, you know what I'm saying, and you came back 5 months pregnant, wait a minute, man, hold on. You know what I'm saying? The math don't add up, but I mean, and again,
I came back not showing.
Have that conversation prior to this baby being born. As a mother, as a woman, I wish a nigga would. I mean,
please, where's my jar? Where's my jar?
Yeah, see,
the comments made by Cocktails and Conversation does not affect intellectual radio. Pardon me?
I wish a person would. So, no, if we together, we together. Regardless.
So if he wanted to, just for his sake, do a DNA test, you'll leave him alone?
Would I leave him alone?
Give her a minute, Dion. I should play the Jeopardy music.
Interesting. I don't know. I can't say I'm not a person like, oh, if this happened, I'm gonna do this. I'm not that person. So I don't know if I will leave him alone. However, it's gonna be a little tension there. Like, so you don't trust me?
Okay, but let's put it in this category then. That man who thought that his faithful wife was faithful, how could he ever get married again? Who could he trust? What if he got married and somebody else got pregnant?
I'm sorry. If your woman's stepping out on you.
No, you do. 708
a lot of times
223 8953. Do you know?
You know that they
should I tell some of the tricks that women do to keep their vagina tight?
You know that they
should we do that?
Kegeling exercise, everybody know about that.
How women keep their vagina tight?
A married woman is not going to step out on her husband if he ain't stepping out. Come on now.
What? Where's the jar? Where the curse jar?
No, I don't think that's necessarily true.
I'm just
I don't think that's necessarily.
You got $1?
No,
I don't.
No cursing.
No
cursing.
Okay,
no cursing.
I got some change in the car.
Okay, well, you may have to go get it and come back. I'll take a break.
So, as a married woman, I'm not gonna step out on my husband.
Listen to this.
Well, don't step out on me.
Should I mention one of the secrets that women do to keep their vagina tight?
What, the Kegeling exercise? No. Or the vinegar, whatever it is?
No.
Sorry, Shawana. Men don't really care. Okay.
They don't care? You sure? Because Earl look like he ready to turn this mic on and say, spill it.
They probably don't even know.
We go 708.
Jerry.
223.
You'll tell secrets now.
I know, but this is just one. You can give them
Nah,
one, right?
we ain't giving none.
So you don't believe that a woman will step out on a man?
I do. I was just saying that.
Oh, you was just playing?
Well, you know the thing is, and
because I know some married women that step out on their bed and they men at home. But okay,
right, and but that's what I was saying.
But you can't tell the difference, though. I'm sorry, you can't tell the difference.
A woman will go take a shower and come back and she done had the side chick, the side person earlier that day, and then came home and
this is not that show, y'all. This is not that show. Okay, let's save this for another show, please.
All you got to do, how they say now, I don't know. Cheaters take the same soap with them. Cheaters take the same soap, so you don't got to do nothing. You got the same soap on, your same cologne, so you just had a busy day.
Not all cheaters, because they get sloppy and they get messy.
You never had nobody smell your stuff?
No. I'm not a cheater.
Okay, this is for another show. Okay, send it back to you, Dion.
This is what I said a minute ago. This is exactly why I said it, because I didn't want it to go here. We talk about a married man who just lost his wife and just found out his kids weren't his. How in the hell did we end up here? Please, somebody explain that to me.
But it is a seasoning that women put in the water to keep their vagina tight. They say it back in the day. It's a seasoning. An old lady told me this seasoning, and you put it in some water and you wash up, and it'll draw your vagina back up really tight. And they've been using it forever. I won't say the name, so bam. Okay, I'm sorry, Dion. We sorry. It's Dion's time. Go on, Dion. You got it.
I ain't got nothing to
say. He ain't got nothing to say. That's interesting. Okay,
but you do believe that a DNA test is okay in front of your wife while she's sitting there holding your baby.
If you had that kind of relationship, that's what I said. If y'all were separated for 6 months and she comes up 5 months pregnant, what else are you supposed to do? I mean, it only makes sense if y'all know that, whether it was discussed or it was strongly hinted or suggested that one stepped out on the other or vice, whatever the case may be, then yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, well, I was with Freddie and JoJo while we was.
First of all, we're not gonna tell how many bodies.
I'm not.
You don't gotta mention
names.
Point.
That ain't the point. That ain't the point. That ain't the point.
That
ain't the point.
She can co-sign me here.
That ain't the point.
She said, "So yeah, I had Larry when we was on the break.
So again, so
Larry,
you're not gonna ever forgive me. Larry's name gonna keep popping back up.
Well, the thing is, it's gonna be hard to forgive you because if I know you stepped out on me, how could I just possibly look over that?
We had a break.
Just said we had a break.
Okay, yeah. I get that, but now that you're talking about a child involved, does that not change the game and at least a half a step?
So I can agree with you. So if that's the case, then yeah, by all means, let's get this DNA test. Let's just make sure that the right father is on the birth certificate, and just in case something happens to the baby where the baby needs some blood. So I was just talking to
Would you go to your grave with the secret of saying it's a possibility that this is not my husband's baby? Honestly, I'm going to the grave with it. I'm not talking. A man will never forgive you. Somebody said this joke. They was like, how many women did you have when we was on a break? He said, I just slept with 2. I was about to sleep with a 3rd, but me and you got back together. What did you do? She said nothing. The guy came over, and got a hug from me and left. I knew you was a hoe. What? Are you serious? And that's how men think.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you go to the grave with it. Was she wrong to go to the grave with it? To me?
Yes.
I'm sorry. She wasn't. Y'all don't forgive.
She was.
Go on, T.
Yes,
be the devil's advocate.
I mean, he ain't thinking none of it. He signed the birth certificate, so he is the baby daddy.
You are the father.
You are the father. I'm just saying.
So, should I ask Earl? Should I have him turn his mic on and see? Should he believe that legally, a DNA test should be done?
No, that's a waste of taxpayers' money. Like, we got so many things going on.
Okay, turn your mic on. But T said that's a waste of money.
Every single kid that comes out that butt.
Ooh.
Or wherever it comes
out of vagina, Earl.
Or when it comes out, swab them out. Real simple.
So are we swabbing both procedure. Parents?
Are we swabbing? No, we're swabbing.
Well, you can't swab the mother.
You can't swab the mother. We know it came out of
a surrogate. She could have got it inside.
No, you right there. You see where the baby coming from. Swab that daddy
And she could be a
Swab.
surrogate though.
It should be the law.
I would put on a straight show. Oh my God, you
whether you
trust
like it
me?
or not.
You don't trust me? And I saw Daryl Hollywood say that. But you don't trust me? I do everything not to swab. I faint, I pass out, I seize.
I'm like, see me. I be like, if that's what you need to do to make yourself feel happy, okay. And so when it said that you the baby daddy, I need child support right then and there. How about that? We together, but I need child support. Let's go on and sign these papers.
You don't get support. When I pay for them diapers, that's your support.
No.
You what?
No.
I pay for them diapers.
You want a DNA test, and I want the government to say.
Now, what about the women? Now, this what I wouldn't do. If I knew I lied, I would not go after child support and do that to you. I have a little decency.
Well,
because at child support they can ask for a DNA test.
Some women are I mean conniving like that. You know what I'm saying? Some women will go, you know what I'm saying, that far. And I mean, just to switch it up a little bit, I know somebody who, you know what I'm saying,
it's not your cousin.
They never had a DNA test. They knew that the kids were theirs, but she moved out of town and she wasn't supposed to. Then if that wasn't bad enough, at one point in time, he was paying her child support, but they were taking so much out that literally his check for about 6 to 8 months was $67 every 2 weeks.
He should do some 2 weeks, but he should do some overtime.
He did do overtime, but that's not the point. That's not the point. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, she knew it was wrong. He knew it was wrong, and when he begged her to call the people to tell them, no, you're giving too much, she said no. She said no.
They only take 20% though.
Well,
so
I know he's making more than $600.
I mean, they only take 20%.
He should have got 2 jobs.
Well,
they still gonna take 20% from those 2 jobs.
Tell Daryl Hollywood he should have got 2 jobs.
Well, it's not Hollywood that this was the issue with, but I'm just saying, you know, again, women. And I get it. Hell hath no fear like woman scorn, and you know, blah blah blah.
No, but men are more emotional than women.
I didn't say that.
Okay,
I'm just saying hell hath no, like, why did she knew that these boys were his? She knew that. That was without question. That was not even part of the issue. She was angry with him, and this is how she got back at him. She moved out of state. Which is against the law.
You can't. What you mean? I can't go out of state with my
kids?
Not with my
kids. Not with my kids. Not with my consent. Without my consent, you can't.
What you mean?
You can't.
You can't. By the state of Illinois, you can't. It's father's rights.
I can't go.
Father's rights.
It's father's rights. And so you have to go to court, and the court has to release, like, say, so you can have to come back
to give me permission.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's my child.
Why are you using your deep voice on me?
It's my child. I'm not. My octaves actually went higher. So,
fathers have rights as well. Yeah.
So I mean, and again, and then on top of that,
it depends on the state. Thank you, Daryl Hollywood.
Well, in Illinois, we talking about Illinois. You're right, Wood. You're right. But and then on top of that, he got a $67 check every 2 weeks for about 6-8 months.
It wasn't years. Stop. Don't be dramatic.
I got responsibilities too.
6 to 8 months. He was owing back.
No, he was not. He never was. He never was.
Well, he was making $2 an hour.
No, he had a good job.
It wasn't that good.
He had a good job, and he was doing fine as long as, you know. Again, he paid her what she was owed every month, and somehow, some way, after a few years, it ended up being this, and he was like, "No, this is not right." You know what I'm saying?
Was it his child?
Huh?
Did it turn out to be his
child?
Yeah,
all 3 of them. He had 3 sons.
He had 3. So, oh yeah, well,
yeah. But again, we missed the point. Before this, he was paying his child support and still had plenty of money to pay his own rent and do everything else. He was still living his life. So that's not the issue. The issue is you getting what you owe. Then all of a sudden, for whatever reason, they decide to quadruple it. And when I asked you to tell them that this is wrong, you told me no.
So from a parent that was, doing child support before, that wasn't on her. Something was going on with him and his work. So maybe he cut his hours. That sometimes
that wasn't on her. That was on him.
Sometimes people will tell you a story, but don't tell you the complete story. Because if he was already on child support prior to these 6 to 8 months where he was only getting $67, he got some lying going on there.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing. before they even got into the situation, they had already separated. They had already divorced, and he had been paying child support at this point about 10, 12 years.
Okay, so why now in 6 and 8, so
That's
6
a
to
great-
8 month?
So she wouldn't do
Call the
that.
state of Illinois and ask them why they
So
did
something
that.
was wrong there.
Call the state of Illinois.
Something he owed.
Because when he called the state, like, hey, y'all took too much, blah blah blah. And I wasn't there. I don't know the conversation, but apparently what was told him was, hey, look, if you get her to say this, then we'll fix it. And that's why he went and asked her, hey, can you call them and tell them?
So I'm gonna tell you this. They ain't gonna tell you that because they get money. They have to do a job, right? And so as long as you're staying on child support, they get paid. So that's their job.
That's fine.
So they ain't gonna tell you. Go tell her to sign over and say no. Don't pay child support.
But no. It's not. No. It's not take me off child support. It's not. Don't pay child support. You're taking
It's
too
just
much.
adjust the child support.
You're taking too
So
much.
she can't take it. That's what I'm saying. It's assigned 20%.
They give it to it. They gave it to it. But again, if I've been paying you since 2000 until 2010, I've been paying you. Just say I've been paying you $100.
She got a raise.
Then all of a sudden, in 2000, at the end of 2010 or 2011, it jumped up to $300.
So something was going on with his finances. So they only going to take 20%, right? But he has 3 kids. So it's 20 and then 15
he went
and
back.
15.
Did he go back or did he have 3 when he left?
They had 3 sons.
Okay, that was
on child support.
I don't even know what it is, but that wasn't enough.
Nothing to do with what was taken out of his check.
But like
That was
I
by
said,
the
the reason he asked us because he was told, ask her to get this adjusted,
Because
and
somebody
we will.
told her that.
No, somebody told him that.
Yeah, told him that. Yeah.
Okay.
And so he did what he was supposed to.
But
I'm
will
gonna tell
fall
you
out
that.
with you over child support.
You
I don't know
right.
what it is.
I'm gonna tell you this, but they can ask for a modification after every 4 years. They can ask for a modification, and so if you're no longer making the money that you were making prior to that 4-year span, in 4 years you can ask for a modification.
Well, I don't think he got an increase of pay. That was part of the issue as well. He didn't get an increase. He had been at the same job 4 or 5 years or whatever.
So child support is a whole different show because men treat you bad if you bring up child support. If the kids was living well when you were in the house, they should live the same or better if you out the house. What is the difference? But child support with men, they will fall out with you over that. I've saw men quit their jobs not to give women child support. How immature is that? You would quit a job not to pay child support.
That's just being spiteful. That's all that is.
So
you know what I mean?
one of my sons there, he quit his job and then guess what? His wife, he got married, right? His wife filed him on her taxes. And guess who got the check? Hello.
Hey! Come on, Dion, bring it in. Hey,
Thank you. Thank you.
Bring it in.
He quit his job. Like, are you serious right now?
Right. That was not my hand, y'all. That was
Are
not
you
my
serious
hand,
right now?
But
guess what? He took me to court. He say, because you don't want to do this, I'm gonna do this. Okay.
But here's the problem. Again, we I don't want, for lack of a better way of putting it, when we make it personal.
708-223-8953.
That's when you start getting in your feelings, and you shouldn't get in your feelings. You should stay in your head with this.
Oh, he
You know
got
what I'm saying? What's right
is
is right. What's wrong is wrong. And again, to cut off your nose in spite of your face, what kind of sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? That makes no sense at all. I'm gonna quit a perfectly good job just so I don't have to pay you. Well, idiot, you still have to live yourself. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do with that? How do you get past that? Oh, if I'm gonna sneak and
would you like fries with that?
Right. I'm gonna get a paper route, you know what I'm saying, and open a taco stand. But it's still income that's gonna be reported. You know what I'm saying? Oh, if I go to work and get paid cash, then I got some way you still gotta pay taxes. And when you pay those taxes, they're gonna be like, hey, your name is George Washington, and you owe $200,000. So what you gonna do then? See, it's funny we talk about this.
Suspended.
I just had a group with my kids at work today about the thought processes. Yeah, how they work. So I said, I told them, I said, I can't even blame young people for that thought process because I said it's a lot of people my age or in between y'all age and my age that do things without thinking it through. You don't think it through. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem with that is that's what acting on emotion will do to you. You know what I'm saying? When I get so angry or so excited or whatever, I don't think logically. But then because the story that I use not to divert too much from what we're talking about, was the brother that got killed yesterday morning out in Lansing on his way to work at the gas station, and some guys rolled up on him with ski masks at 4:30 in the morning trying to rob him. He got shot. He shot one of them. He died. One of the assailants died. 2 people lost their lives. How many people's lives have changed because these 4 morons didn't think they through their plan? Like, who is not going to see you coming out of a car at 4:30 in the morning on August 3rd with ski mask on? I'm supposed to just stand there and just, oh Lordy, it's a movie now, so I'm just going, hey, take it easy, guy. That's what you think people are going to do.
Yeah, but and do you rather just give it to them and say, I'd rather have my life than whatever object?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this is a choice that you have to make, and you have to make whatever choice is best for you. That brother had a gun, and he said, man, as soon as I get the opportunity, people are not getting concealed and carry licenses just for show or just in case I have to flash my gun like boys in the hood. No, they're getting it for a reason. You go pull a gun on me, I'm going to pull a gun on you, and I'll take my chances. Sad to say, that's what a lot of people are doing. They're taking their chances and hoping that, because again, 9 times out of 10, these Nimrods don't know how to aim at nobody. You know what I'm saying? They'll blow out 4 windows before they hit you most of the time.
Well, I got a question for you. Should they be sent to the military? They love to shoot. They want to kill.
No, they don't have any discipline.
Should the boys, these young men out here that's doing all this robbing and killing, should they be sent to the military?
They don't have any discipline. And so military is all about discipline.
They would get it there.
They will not.
They will get discipline. So just knowing some people that went to the service, they were not the best citizens of Chicago. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so when they went to the service, they became better men.
Well, you know what? And I'm not going to say that doesn't happen, because it most definitely does happen. I know some guys. I remember a guy when I was in boot camp. This dude was about 5 feet tall, but with his mohawk, he was about 5'11". You know what I'm saying? This dude came in leather jacket, tank top, boots, punk rocker to his heart. But he became what they call our RPOC. He was our recruit chief petty officer, which means he was in charge of our company. If you have it in you, that's one thing. But everybody does. I know dudes that got sent home for fight with ACC. You didn't have it in you. So these kids. And I'll tell you this. Some years ago, about 20 years ago, I remember reading a report in the newspaper about they knew people was from Chicago, cats in the Army mostly. They got VL spray painted in Saudi Arabia.
Wow.
What?
They got GD and GDK spray painted, you know what I'm saying, in these remote parts of the world. And they was just like, what in the hell is going on?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? You came all the way to the Army to gangbang?
So that picture was in the dictionary. Can't take a in out the hood.
But, right. You know,
you can take them out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them.
So I mean, it's
yeah, that's deep.
And you talk about, again, these morons.
But they wasn't told. But you say that.
So he's saying that
the parents failed. No, and some parents didn't fail.
He's saying
I know they were, Chloe. I knew some too.
That they didn't want to accept the discipline to better themselves.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying.
They wanted to continue on the path that they were before they entered the service.
But some of them, if we send 15 boys to the military because they keep shooting and killing. One boy the other day had 19 cases. Open cases mean he did this recently. Continuous 19. So what do? Because it's not the parents' fault. So this may not be the parents' fault. I know a little more background. I don't believe it was the parents' fault. So what do you do? Well, you keep saying more runs.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even in our place, and I get it, not everybody's the same at our building. But I know in my section, we're going to keep a foot in your ass. That's what we're going to do.
Oh, go get your change out the car.
That being the case,
go get your change out the car.
It don't matter where you came from. It don't matter how tough and rough you are. It doesn't matter. Because over here, all of that stops. I get it. Everybody's not the same. But I'm not saying when they get out, that's on them. That's a choice. Because you have a choice now. You have a clear and definite choice now.
You don't. If you don't have food in your house and your mom may be getting high, your mom is working 20,000 hours.
So does that make you go out and steal?
Yes, it does.
So my mom was in the hospital most of my life. She had sickle cell disease. So she had crisis all the time, and that landed her in the hospital for months at a time. So did I go out and steal? No. I got a job at 13.
Because you had a mother that guided you in that route.
No, because I chose.
What you're saying is
I
time
chose
calls for desperate
something
measures.
different.
My mother used to gamble. And I promise you, as sure as today is Friday, it was plenty of times I opened the refrigerator and saw nothing but starvation in the back of it. The light was staring at me. But that didn't mean I go in and ran in my neighbor's house because they had eggs.
That's a different mindset. These kids have a different
let's not blame the parents. Let's step back.
I'm not
These kids are making choices. They're making choices to rob and kill.
Developed.
Okay, that don't mean that they can't make choices.
Mine wasn't developed at 15. I
was 13 working at McDonald's. I lied about my age and said I was 16 so I can get a job. My mom wasn't there. My daddy was freaking crackhead. So let's not do that. Like, so I'm a product from parents not being there, right? Mm-hmm. I made a choice to go get a job.
You choose.
I was 13. So you
different time. We had a village back then. It's a different time.
My grandparents was my village, right? Yes. And it's you gonna get what I give you, because I wanted something different. I went and got it a different way. So we choose at 13, at 14, at 15. We make choices for ourselves.
I don't agree with that one.
We make 708. You got a 17-year-old daughter. She makes choices for herself.
But she got me right there telling her, if you do something bogus, I'm gonna take your lung out. So
that don't mean nothing.
It meant something to her because her lung's still in there. So that means
she's just making good choices.
She made better choices.
So if she chose to say, okay, she said she's gonna take my lung out, I'm gonna test her. I'm gonna go and do
that's what happens. That's what happens with these kids. But again, truthfully speaking, in a sense, you do blame the parents because that's what happens when your parents try to be your friend instead of being your parent. And I say that all the time. You can't be your child's friend. You know what I'm saying? And no matter how hard it is, no matter how much they might buck or rebel, you have to stand your ground as a mother or father. You have to tell them, hey, look, I could work with you, but it's only goes so far. I'm going to go with you on whatever it might be, because the more I give in to you, the more you're going to want. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a baby snake. They said the most dangerous snake on the planet is a baby, because most snakes, as adults, when they bite you, they hit you once and they're done. When a baby bites you, they stick their fangs in and they keep them in. So you die from an overdose of poison from a baby snake versus getting that one and okay, now I know to back up off of them. So these babies, in a sense, are more dangerous if we allow them to be. And that's the problem.
So how do we control it? But when I said this to y'all probably about a few months ago, you going downtown to totally disrupt right there by the job. Mm-hmm. I somehow got close to a kid. Well, somebody I know got a kid. It's one guy, 2 or 3 of them. They FaceTime and say, come on down here.
Chloe, call in. Chloe, call us.
Come on down here to Roosevelt and Canal.
223-8953. Call in and ask your question.
They clowned on Roosevelt and Canal. They clowned. They went up in Walgreens. They went into the stores over there. It's like, now, as a parent, if I dropped you off, as a parent, where's your kids? So that plays a part. When I said, should you start charging these parents for these crimes? If one boy got 18 cases on him, I'm looking for the mama. Where is the mama?
And I'm gonna stand firm. I said no. I said those kids.
Your kids. Your kids are the best kids I ever saw in my life. I had to check in behind, make sure they wasn't no robots. She got the best kids ever.
No, I don't. You
got some very well behaved.
No, I don't, because I got a son. He made choices. And so for a long time, I blamed myself, right? And then I had to sit and think about it like, no, all of you guys got the same opportunity. You made a choice to do something different, and it landed you in jail. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Because guess what? I put a roof over your head. I gave you food. I gave you money. And I put you through school. But once you got out of high school, you chose to do something different that went against all morals of me.
Yeah. So as a parent, if your son down outside at 4 a.m. in the morning and you in the house and you know he ain't in his room, I'm blaming you.
How old is he?
17. Yeah. I'm blaming you because you in the house sitting on your tail when your son out there changing the lives of hundreds because you didn't get up to go look for them.
So was it because I was at work? We don't know what's going on.
It's 4 a.m. in the morning.
We don't know what's going on. I could be at work at 4 a.m. in the morning.
You could be, but you always say it's not the parents' fault.
I'm saying these kids are making choices.
But 18 cases, I'm charging you. I feel like some of these cases
he gonna get those charges.
Well, the thing is this. I think what T said, it comes down to the choices you make. Now, again, we have had plenty of kids at our job that have come from good background, that have come from parents that raised them right, but they still made a choice. I'm going to go hang out with Knucklehead Ned instead of going to school. I'm going to go, jump in this stolen car and ride around and act a fool instead of going to work like I was supposed to. I'm going to go do that. So it really does boil down to the choices you make. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you know, and I'm pretty sure even the parents that are trying to be these kids' friends tell them, hey, man, look, you're messing up, man. You know what I'm saying? You're going to end up getting hurt or hurting somebody or in jail. So you need to be smart about what you're doing. Ain't nothing going to happen. We've had plenty of kids at our job tell us that. These kids, they all, see, here's the thing. At 16, you think you're smart.
Oh, you're smarter than parents.
But you're not.
About when you were 16, when you were 15, you made choices that went against your parents.
Yeah.
When I snuck at the house with the ladder, but my neighbor said, hey, your daughter got a ladder by the window sneaking out every night. It was a village.
But you snuck out every night.
But the thing is, I wasn't going to rob nobody.
But see,
I went to a party. It is a difference. What you mean it don't matter?
It don't matter what you were doing.
It does matter.
What we're
you
saying,
making a choice to get out the house was the problem.
To sneak out.
You made a choice to get out the house. You could have slipped off the ladder and broke your neck.
Or you could have snuck out that house and committed a crime. But you made a choice to sneak out the house.
I made a choice to kick it.
No, you went against your parents. You made choices to take that ladder and sneak out that house.
It's a different. I made a choice not to affect and kill nobody. I made a choice not to go steal your car from you.
It's about altering your life. It's making a choice to alter your life. That's the problem.
What we're saying here, though, you went against the grain. These kids could have parents that's telling them, don't go your butt outside. But guess what? They like Shawana and go get a ladder and sneak out the window. Right?
I was safe. I didn't jump.
They snuck out the window, but in their instance, they got a case on them. They were told
it's because it was a different generation. I'm not
absolutely
I'm not going.
Generation.
I mean, we went out. All of us did things to just maybe be outside. Yeah, we broke the rules, but it wasn't the rules to the point that I killed you.
Yeah, it wasn't to harm.
But I stole your car.
So in that generation, we still had crime.
But you can't compare me to kids right now.
I'm not comparing you to kids. What I'm saying is, you made a choice to go against.
They made a choice.
What your parents
made a choice.
Said, and that's the end of the line. That's the same.
As a parent, you're not telling me, don't go out there and hurt nobody. Don't go out there and do this. Don't go out there and do that. So you're not teaching me as the parent. T, I want to charge you. If he has so many cases, I want to charge the parent. What's the first thing you say when a kid outside? But what's the first thing you say? When that was he 12? Was that boy? Was he 12 or 11 who had that gun and they was mad at the police? What's the first thing parents saying? Well, what was the parent said? Why was he outside game?
That's those judgmental people. Like, what you doing outside? Why you not in the house? That's the questions I'm asking.
That's
what you doing outside. I'm not asking what your parents said, because again, so many people have dysfunctional parents, right? What are you doing outside?
Parents are afraid to check their kids. Parents are afraid to check their kids.
Where you supposed to be? Those are the questions I'm asking.
If I'm 11 or 12, where is your mother? Where is your dad?
Grandma could be married to them.
Where is Big Mom? Where's Medea? And where's your grandmother?
Grandma, I'm
still gonna ask. Well, guess what? I'm finna put a charge on Grandma. Grandma got to get some help. I'm putting a charge.
Grandma on oxygen.
Well, Grandma gonna be coming to the court with her portable.
We charging Grandma because
I'm charging Grandma.
Tommy chose to make a decision to alter his life.
Because now he's became a menace to society, and somebody
lock him up.
Okay, and then what?
Lock him up and reform. Give him.
Okay.
So we lock them up and give them something that they can look forward to outside of that. Teach them something different in the system.
Okay, I got one better. I have people that they have a lot of kids. What about these parents just keep having kids and DCFS keep taking them? Should they be penalized and say, you know something, we're gonna tie her tubes because the only thing she's doing is creating
She's a
menaces.
factory. Yeah.
So should you, because in China, they have to get their
two
tubes
kids.
tied.
Yeah, limited
Two
to
kid
two
limit.
Mm-hmm.
So when you have a parent like this that you know that maybe
this is America, have all the kids you want.
Okay.
But make sure that you want to be a parent though. Don't have kids and you don't want to be a parent. That's my thing. That's my take on it.
Well, they don't think about that. They don't.
Can I ask your coworker right here? Your partner in crime right here? Because y'all seem to have got a job and signed up together against me. Can I ask you?
What?
Do you feel like that? What if it's you got somebody maybe getting high and they just keep popping out kids? Because it's some reason when people get high, they seem to be more fertile. Than the average person. So somebody to get high, it'd be like, I don't know, and if it's in the heroin or the cocaine or whatever, is it a something to make you more fertile?
It's an aphrodisiac. They have sex more.
But should they be penalized or should it be a law? Because Earl just told me it should be a law to swab somebody. Should it be a law to say, hey, this woman done had 3 kids removed from her household due to neglect? Should we be able to say, hey, she should be placed, she should actually have to have her tubes tied?
That's a tough position. That's a tough question because you're taking away the rights, some of my freedoms. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I get you not saying that I can't have sex, but you're saying that I can't reproduce, even though my children are menaces to society and I suck as a parent, you know what I'm saying? But it's still my right because that's a personal choice. So you can't take away my personal choice, I believe.
So so I may have had 3 menaces to society and then I had an Obama. So you're gonna say because you get high, you can't reproduce. You can't.
I said if you had 3 kids taken, should you be able to still make a 4th?
I had 3 kids taken, and my 4th kid becomes Michelle Obama.
Because I feel like you ain't taking responsibility as a parent.
My 4th kid become Michelle Obama, become Barack Obama. Okay, so why is it that I have to get my tubes tied? I have a right to reproduce, regardless of how you feel about.
It's just happy hour in there.
It don't matter. It's my body, and I choose to reproduce. And who give you the right to say I can't? If I choose
you
to
have
get my
all your kids taken due to neglect.
Okay, I was on drugs, and so this 4th kid, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna change. Who say we can't change? We can change when we want to, right?
And
so why do we say, "Oh, we're gonna go tie your tubes"? You done had 3 kids removed from your house.
You can always get your tubes untied.
No, you can't.
You can't. So I mean, do the procedure.
Well, no, the thing with having your tubes tied is they come untied after a certain amount of years.
Yeah. Why are you smirking?
They told my wife that after Eric was born, they like, hey, look, don't be surprised in 20 years if you wind up pregnant. And I was like, shit. Yeah,
man, y'all may be 2 freaks.
Yeah, I mean, and again, there's nothing wrong with having sex. There's nothing wrong with having sex. And again, especially as a married couple, you shouldn't have to wear a condom. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But what I'm saying is when they told us, hey, man, in 20 years, you know what I'm saying, y'all might have a situation. I said, ain't no way in hell I'll be a 55-year-old father. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's just not going to happen. So.
Start telling all them stories about Morgan Park.
No, whatever, man. I remember. Whatever. So
so no, I don't think that you should make a mother tie her tubes because she had 3 kids removed by DCFS.
You can't. That's just not. Yeah, so. That's not. Okay. It's not legal, at least here in the United States.
It's not legal. I was just asking because T don't want to seem to blame the parent.
I'm not going to blame the parent.
You raised this. You raised this person.
T, here, look. Let me tell you this. Now you remember this. Our doors on the kids' rooms used to be all glass, and it was really thick. It was about this thick. But every blue moon, you would get kids that knew how to kick the glass out. The kids used to have desks in their room. They used to throw the desk up against the glass. Now that would only happen if a kid was extremely angry, so it didn't happen very often. But remember, about 15 years ago, we had kids that started just breaking the glass out
just to see if they could.
So we're gonna blame the parents for that?
No, yes, we did.
That's why I'm going.
That's why I'm not talking because he's making my point.
Because they start charging them parents $500.
Well, they charging.
Let them finish the story.
They charging the parents because of the actions that the kids make. But we can't blame the parent because he chose to do it.
No, it slowed down. It slowed down.
Because when Mama started calling and getting on Junior's ass, he's hey, look, you gonna pay this back. I give you only 15, but you gonna pay this money back because I ain't got $500 to get these people.
So say Tommy was in there, he was busting out the window because he was angry.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. And you call Talika and say, Talika, you're gonna be charged $500. I'm like, shit, he in water to stay. He in water to stay. He in juvenile detention.
It's not that easy. It ain't.
No, I'm just saying, like, so who paid that?
Yeah, you.
How you gonna charge? How
got all your information.
We got your address. We got your information.
Okay, we got your information.
Yeah, we got all that.
I'm sending you a bill.
Cook County is ruthless. Let's say that though. Cook County is ruthless.
It is what it is.
But so say I call Tommy and say, Tommy, you know what, son?
The discussion of Heidi's flight trees does not dictate that of the two workers that work at Cook County. So that does not affect us.
Kick out that window again. You better not throw that desk again.
It
and
worked.
Break that window.
It worked. Speak up.
Tommy said, speak up. Mom, I was mad. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it again. Can I come down there
and I'm going to charge you again?
Can I come down there? So if you charge me, so then I can come down there and tap that butt. Well, you gonna let me do that?
Well, no, we can't let you.
We're
mandated reporters.
We're
the only one who whoop the kids.
Who the governor? Who the president? You better send that bit to them. Because
I'm sending it to the president of Tommy's Mama Foundation.
It truly did slow down. It stopped. Because
what did y'all do as employees of the juvenile detention center? Did y'all do something different?
No.
We called the parents.
Yeah.
And so the parents was on the phone with them and y'all listened to the calls. What was the message that was relayed?
If you do it again, I'm gonna get you.
If you bust that glass, I'm gonna bust your ass.
Do not curse.
That's what's gonna happen.
Bam.
So that was display, but they couldn't.
You coming home? You're coming home eventually.
I just paid attention to the time. Can everybody kind of wrap up they comments about? Wow, y'all look at y'all watch at the same time like I'm lying to both of y'all.
Because I swear to God, I just looked like 5 minutes ago, like 6:40, like 5 minutes ago. So I was like, okay, we got time. So that's what I was on.
So T, what's your last comments? What do you think? We done got so far off topic. You got to go back to the original topic, which was.
A man found out that his 2 kids wasn't his after his wife died.
Yes.
Now, how in the hell did we end up in jail, glass doors?
And I'm charging T with the crime.
Hey, you better not charge T because if T can't come tap that button, then T ain't getting paid no nothing. Hey.
So what is your thoughts? So we're gonna wrap it on up.
My thoughts is this: if you're a father and the baby mother died, your wife died, and you have 2 kids, take care of them. Take care of those kids because they only know you as their parent. You're the only parent that they have left. They have went through the loss of losing their mother, so they need some security. And you're there.
And you would never reveal to them that you were not.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
All right. D-Wash.
I think, you know what, in all honesty, when the kids get of age, when I think that they're old enough to handle it, I think I will tell them the truth. But by the time that happens, that they gonna want to make the decision that, no, you are our dad. You know what I'm saying? That's because that's how I'm coming. So I think when they get old enough, you know what I'm saying, maybe, through high school, after high school, we'll sit down and have this conversation. Because by that time, I know I will be that entrenched in their lives that I don't have to worry. And even if they do decide, hey, look, I want to go find my real father, that's your choice. You can do that. Would you be
hurt by that?
I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying?
What are they gonna look at, though?
I mean, hey, look, kids are very, very, what's the word I'm looking for? There you go. Thank you. They're very resourceful. So they, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you'd be amazed at how many kids find they real father because my best friends with who I thought was my best friend, but it's my sister. You know what I'm saying? Look again, we talk about the Brat and Lisa Ray, Lisa Ray. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it happens. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't know how did they find out they were sisters?
Some years ago, they realized that they had the same father. Brad from the West Side, Lisa Ray from the South Side. You know what I'm saying? Their father was a big time. He wasn't a pimp.
Stone.
He wasn't a pimp, but he was a big time player in Chicago. Big time player. I know he owned half of the stuff on Stony Island. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? He got around.
But they had mothers to tell them who that they lay with. Their mother is no longer here, so their mother can't tell them who they lay with.
Right.
So it's a difference.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like later on, similar to D. Wash, it's the first time I'm agreeing. Go Morgan Park. Ooh. The fact that I think I would wait till they get
Such a hater.
A little more mature, and then I think I would tell them like the truth, like this is what happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I always love you. This is what happened, because no matter what, you deserve certain things. You deserve the right to know a little bit. But if I knew we was doing that birth certificate and that child support, maybe I wouldn't say nothing right now. But that one later on, I think I would come. But if I knew that I was being deceitful, and I knew deep down this child wasn't yours, I would not come after you for child support. I really would leave that part alone. Because to me, I'm already being deceitful enough. I don't want to. I feel like I'm still a good person by not going over the edge. And deep down,
you ain't no good person because you lied to me anyway and had me sign that birth certificate.
Well, hey, that's another show.
Right.
Thank you,
show.
everyone, for tuning in to Cocktails and Conversation.
Again, we're going to have a show.
August 20th.
From
1 to 4.
Networking
And
brunch.
Bolingbrook.
Yes. Get on to these
Great
sponsorships.
show, family.
Get on to these sponsorships, okay, guys?
Right,
Thanks for checking in, y'all.
Okay,
See you later.
bye-bye. See you later.
Love and caress her. Give her all of you. All that you got. Keep the loving so true.